Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Food Chain TV. Here are 6 very important things that you gotta know before you buy a pressure cooker. Pressure cookers come in 2 different ways. Stovetop models that you put on top of your stove or electric pressure cookers. So which one to choose? Let's start with electric pressure cookers. They're safer to use because they regulate their own heat and they won't overheat. Some of them have lots of different functions. Once you learn what all the buttons do, they're easier to use, but they won't last as long as a good stovetop pressure cooker, and because there's more parts to them, there's more things that can break or need replacing. Now, stovetop pressure cookers will last longer, especially if you buy a good quality stainless steel one. It'll last literally decades. They have less parts, so that's less things that can break. They come in way more sizes. You can buy tiny little ones, medium-sized ones, huge ones. I mean, I have a pressure cooker that can literally fit an entire large turkey. So you'll have way more choice in terms of size. They do, however, require more supervision. You do have to regulate the temperature yourself on the stove, and generally speaking, you do have to watch them way more compared to an electric cooker that you just plug in and let it do its thing. If you leave a pressure cooker on the stove and the heat's turned up too high, you could possibly get into this situation where it sprays hot liquid all over the place. So you do need to be more careful with a stovetop pressure cooker. If you are going to buy a stovetop pressure cooker, you should spend a little bit more money and buy a good quality stainless steel pressure cooker. An aluminum one is okay, but they'll warp and they can wear down over time. But a stainless steel pressure cooker will last literally a lifetime. When you buy an electric pressure cooker, the pot or the insert that goes inside of the pot will usually come in 2 styles. It'll be non-stick or it'll be a polished stainless steel or metal finish. And just keep in mind that the stainless steel insert will last a very, very long time, whereas the non-stick insert, that non-stick coating will eventually peel off or get scratches in it or just look really ugly. So I would recommend buying an electric pressure cooker that has a stainless steel insert versus a non-stick one. Stovetop pressure cookers will generally have 2 settings, high pressure and low pressure. But I've seen some that have these digital meters and timers on them. I don't think those are necessary. And most electric pressure cookers come with like 10, 20, 30 different functions: yogurt mode, bean mode, meat mode, vegetable mode, warming mode, all sorts of different modes that you may never actually use. 99.9% of the time, you will only need one mode, and that is high pressure. And that's it. To be honest with you, in the last 30 years, I've literally never used any other function besides just high pressure. I did make yogurt a couple of times in one of my electric pressure cookers, and that turned out pretty well. But like I said, the only setting that I ever use for pressure cooking is high pressure. I just don't see the point of using low pressure. I mean, if you're gonna pressure cook, use high pressure. Otherwise, just use a regular pot on the stovetop. So don't pay money for extra functions that you're never gonna use. The whole point of using a pressure cooker is to heat the liquid inside of a pressure cooker super hot so that it breaks down proteins and cooks your food really quickly. So the more pressure you can make, the hotter the liquid gets and the faster your food cooks. Pressure is usually measured in PSI, that's pounds per square inch. So the higher the PSI rating on your pressure cooker, the hotter and faster it cooks. So before you buy a pressure cooker, it's crucial to do your research and find out how much pressure does your pressure cooker operate with. What PSI does it go up to? This is usually found in the instruction manual, or you can contact the manufacturer and just ask them. In my opinion, the best pressure cookers cook between 10 PSI and 15 PSI. Like I mentioned before, most pressure cookers have a high setting and a low setting, so high pressure, low pressure. And in the last 30 years, I've only ever used high pressure. I can't really see a reason or the point of using low pressure. If you read the instruction manual, it'll usually tell you that it's for cooking delicate things like fish or vegetables, but why are you cooking delicate things in a pressure cooker? I mean, that's like using a chainsaw to cut a tomato, or like taking a tank to go out for a Sunday drive. It just makes no sense. So if you're gonna use a pressure cooker, only just use it for what it's meant, high pressure. And if you're gonna be cooking delicate food, well, just use regular pots and pans. No need to use a pressure cooker for that. Why complicate something that's simple? Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. My goal is to hit 1 million subscribers, and you can help by subscribing to this channel and by sharing it with someone who you think will like our content. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification. That sends you an email to let you know every time I post a new video. If you have any questions about pressure cooking, please put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to get to them. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.